Hello, this is RunningRobert, and today we're going to be talking about the XERS Pharmaceuticals XERS fourth quarter 2024 summary. Today is the 7th of March 2025, and yesterday they did give us a good quarterly annual report and a good conference call following that. So we're going to look at the bullish and the bearish parts of those reports, get into the company, and go from there. So I generally follow small cap pharma. I do games. I do a little bit of everything. So if you like what I'm doing, hey, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot, and thank you. Let's see. At the moment, I do not own any shares. I owned shares in the past, and if you have been with my channel for a while, you know that I did ride the stock up from 1 to 3 before selling, and now that looks like a mistake. But still made a good amount of money, and still looking to make a good amount of money in the future. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed up by own due diligence, and any information given is valid for today, the 7th of March, and the slideshow will not be updated, but as we get new news, new slideshow. Let's get right into the numbers. So, for quarter 4, Gvoke, almost $500,000 more, 23.3 from 22.9. Keveyis, down $1 million, but we understand that for the generic, so 11.1 to 12.1. Recorlev, that was our big gainer, almost $5 million from 22.6 from 17.7. And then other revenues, which include the $3 million, 3.1 compared to the last one, which is 1.4, so plus 1.7. So $6 million increase in overall sales. And that is fairly positive for the company. So the company ended the quarter with $71.6 million. The net loss was $5.1 million. That is down from $15 million in quarter 3. And that is one of the reasons I looked at the company and said, I'm good for the moment, is that their net loss never dwindled. Well, now it is finally dwindling. So I am definitely at full attention for this. They estimated revenues for 2025, $255 million to $285 million. It was $203 million in 2024. So having $80 million more in revenue, hell, having $50 million more in revenue would be a big win. There is some debt that is coming up due. They have $15 million in 2025, $34 million in 2028, and then over $200 million after 2028. But that is an after 2028 problem. So we're going to talk about the 3 main drugs. So Gvoke is just steady. Like, it is a fairly successful drug. It's probably going to get to $100 million for sales for a year. I don't think it's really going to get cut that much. So we just are going to expect a small, steady increase. So Keveyis. So it's successfully fighting off the generic with a small decrease. And we're going to have to look we will have to look at it going forward to see if they can keep it up. They have done a master class of fighting off a generic. It has been absolutely beautiful to watch it because generic is very slowly chipping away, but most companies lose 25-50% per quarter against generics. They're just 1 million at a time. That's not a problem. That's actually really strong. And then Recorlev, we're finally seeing that ramp up, so it is good. The pipelines and partnerships. So unfortunately, the deal with Amgen has been terminated. So that is now done, and nothing further will probably come from that. We're working with Beta Bionics. We did successfully formulate the product, which included a $3 million milestone payment. So that is good. We'll see if it's going forward. And then we've also completed both formulations for Regeneron. Stability is currently in place, and we might get news about the program in 2025. There's been no updates in the report. So really, Regeneron is most likely waiting for the stability reports if they want to proceed with what's going on. We may see there's not been a lot of news and not been a lot of chatter. So this might end up being like the Amgen deal, but we'll see. And then meeting with the FDA about XP8121 phase 3. So this seems like it is a slight delay, as the earliest that it would hit the phase 3 start would be the second half of 2025. It's going to be probably about a year trial, so results would be late 2026, early 2027, depending on when in the second half they would get it done, which again, it's going to push back approval to late 2027, early 2028. So a little bit of a delay there. Not terrible, but not great either. So was the call good or bad? Of course, 10% rise, it was definitely good. So with the debt due in 2025, we're just going to do some simple math. 71 million minus 15, 56 million. Great. We know that we had a $5 million net loss. If that net loss holds, we're fine. Absolutely fine. If we do hit these new net revenues in 2025, I think that cash will be a problem of the past. I don't think we'll have to worry about it, and I think we'll be in good shape. So, of course, if Gvoke and Recorlev can continue the growth, the company should be fine, no problem. We'll have to see what the net loss is for that first quarter when there's not a $3 million milestone payment. So, if you want to be, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic, I am just looking at it factually. Really, it was a $8 million loss, not a 5, because we're not going to get another $3 million for anything else for any of the quarters. So you have to look at that and say, hey, because 8 million and 5 million, it's a decent amount of difference, because at 8, you're about 6-ish quarters, whereas 5, you're about 11 quarters. So, it is a little bit in there. So we'll have to see what we have going on. So the summary is, yeah, I definitely shouldn't have sold, but I'm definitely going to look for an entry position when funds free up. The $4.13 price is a $562 million market cap, so the company can get to a break-even status. $1 billion is now the question. And then, of course, if you have faith in XP8121, the company will be fine. Overall, I think the company is in a good place, even though I'm more skeptical about its market value. And I've had a lot of discussions, and we're not going to rehash any of them here, about what the market value is for XP8121. I think it'll be a solid seller, not a blockbuster, but a solid seller. So, there's that. And of course, the company with the other 3 drugs are perfectly fine. So that is just icing on the cake if I'm wrong. If you do think that this is the next billion-dollar drug, then I think this company is definitely what you're looking for to buy. So hopefully that helped give you some information. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.